had started a little company in Midland, Texas, PDC Bit Company, in February '92. I had a partner who owned 50% and I owned 50%. It was so small scale. We focused on a little niche market in South Texas. I actually put the mold together on my coffee table at home, drove it to Houston where I borrowed a furnace and had to actually rebuild the furnace in order to cook the bit. So that was our first bit sale in South Texas. And then we sold to Marvin Gearhart in Fort Worth, and the company became PDC Gearhart at that time. And then about 4 years later, we did a management buyout and we formed Ulterra.
They thought there was a space that would fit for a smaller type bit company, and my name was given to them, and I think I told them no about 25 times, and then decided to make the right decision and to do it.
Number one, nobody could say the name, pronounce the name, Ulterra. We heard Ulterra, Ultra, yeah, about every type spin you could have for the name is what we heard. And we just weren't known.
We had a company to build from scratch the way we thought it should run. As we grew, we looked at ourselves every day and said, let's remember how this small company's working.
Over the years, you develop relationships and you develop a level of trust with certain people in this industry. And as everyone knows, it's a very tight-knit, small industry. And having that level of those relationships and that level of trust that had been built, over the years, allowed us the opportunity to trial some products. Those first times that we stepped out of that box, so to speak, and try something new was a little nervous, but we succeeded. We had to succeed. We didn't have a choice.
But everybody understood, why we were doing what we were doing. And that made a tremendous difference of being able to hire the right kind of people.
I mean, when you talk about every run counting in the beginning, it really counted. I mean, I can remember we were going to the mailbox just hoping that check would show up.
We would listen to the customer. First, we would go and say, what's your problem? Well, I'd like to drill faster in the curve, or my bit's wearing out on the outside or the inside, and you come up with a solution. We take it back to our coffee table and our napkin at the time, and we would get that iteration out in sometimes 10 days to 2 weeks. And that was unheard of. It was a 6-month thing at the other place. And then you would get that back to the customer, and he couldn't believe it.
Well, coming from a gigantic bit company back to the Ulterra of 2008, it was definitely a nerve-wracking decision. I didn't really know what to expect, but I knew some of the people that were over here, and I trusted in those people. And I knew if we had good cutters and a good bit, that the people could make up the rest and turn us into who we are today.
It was truly humble beginnings.